Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Samantha Joe, and to the right of me is Andrew TMI.
And welcome to the first episode of Famished. Famished. We're finally filming it.
Famished.
I'm a little surprised at you, honestly.
For what?
How last time I came here, I've been meaning to talk to you about this, but I was saving it for the podcast.
Okay.
Last time I came here, I pissed in my car seat while I was driving. Because it's a 4-hour drive here, in case anyone didn't realize. I pissed in my car seat, even sent you a picture of the pee and the remnants of the pee because I tried to catch it in a bottle, and you just completely grazed over it.
I mean, I think there's two reasons for that. Mm-hmm. The first, I shit myself on car rides all the time.
Right.
So it's not necessarily like an odd occurrence for me. And the second is I glanced at that picture for 2 seconds, I vomited, and then I just never wanted to think about it again.
Really? You thought it was gross?
The piss? Yes.
Well, I just had to prove it because I told multiple people, like, I just pissed in my car seat, driver's seat on the highway, like driving through the Everglades. And everyone was like, no, you didn't. And it was just like, I went past that step with you. I kind of just sent it without you asking.
So like next time, like you're saying you had to prove it. Okay. So next time I shit myself, I'm going to make sure I prove it to you.
Samantha, I have watched you literally pull clots out of your vagina, proving to me that you have your period.
Well, that's just like women, you know? Like, but what?
Okay.
It's not my fault that you don't bleed from crevices.
I bleed
once a month.
I bleed sometimes.
Welcome to our podcast. You are so stressed about this plate full of chicken nuggets.
Oh, yeah, you guys, I made a whole entire smorgasbord set up.
Insert picture. That only works for people that are watching the podcast on YouTube, but...
Y'all need to see this mound of fries we have right here. It's crazy.
Let me just pick it up for you. Here.
Sorry, audio listeners, but it's about 7 inches high.
In the comments, guess how many large fries this is. I just need you to... Yes, for me. Okay.
We're going to get more into the podcast, the name, our future plans for it at the end, because that's the boring stuff. Yeah. We have so many things that we have been withholding from each other to save for this very first podcast episode that we just want to dive right in for you guys.
And we filmed this before. We're going to be quite transparent. And
how many times?
Beginning, a lot, maybe like 5.
We have been filming this since 2021.
It's a problem. Every time we film it, the first 20 minutes are just like, this is what we're going to do. That's fucking boring.
So we're not going to let that happen.
No, we're not going to do that. When me and Andrew have conversations, I laugh. Like honestly, mine and Andrew's best conversations happen in the car on the way to McDonald's at like 1 a.m. And the things that happened to us.
Are we going to talk about yesterday at McDonald's?
Oh, no.
Okay, so I got here really late. I got here at it was past midnight. And Sam brought me to the only 24-hour McDonald's in the area.
We thought it was closed. We pulled up, and you know how they have those magnificent like Apple screens? Better than an Apple iPhone, honestly. And they were black. So I was like, oh, it's closed. We're going to have to go to Taco Bell.
Keep in mind, there were like zombies, like heroin zombies just walking all around. I'm sorry.
The area that this McDonald's is located in, I try not to go to, only because the last time I went to this McDonald's, I got in a fight with the employees because they essentially just never gave me my food, and I went inside to get it. And I asked the worker for my bag of food, and he hands me a bag that has food in it, in his defense, but not my food. So I just said, hey, like, I'm sorry, this isn't my order. Like,
and they were like in the weeds, right?
What does that mean?
Oh, that's like servitor. That's like they were like so busy. Like
no.
Oh.
It was late. So they only had drive-through, and then the people that could go inside were like DoorDashers, Uber Eats drivers. Like that's the only people they were letting inside. And so one of them let me in because I lied and said I was a DoorDash driver.
Oh, of course.
Because I had been waiting in a parking spot for 45 minutes at this point for my food. And so I go in and I'm just like, hey, can I have it? Hands me the bag, not my food. No big deal. No. I said, I mean, hey, like, I think I got the wrong order. Can I have like a different one? This is what I ordered.
Understandable.
I get like furious thinking about this moment. He was so pissed at me that heaven forbid, I was asking for the right food. Turns around, like grabs a bag, throws food in there, right? Turns back around to me, takes the large fry, dumps it in the bag.
Like with the carton?
Yes. dumps it out of the carton into the bag.
Out of the carton.
Yes, out of the carton. Into the bag. Then drops like the carton, whatever. And he goes, is this what you want? I'm
He
like,
did not.
yes, it gets better. I then was like, what's going on? And other of the DoorDash drivers were also kind of like, what was that for? All she did was ask for her food. People were like standing up for me. And I had the audacity then to ask for ketchup. I really needed ketchup.
Look, you're right. You are right. But at that point, I mean, dumping it out of the carton into the bag is crazy. I would have bounced.
No, I had already waited there for an hour.
Like supermarket ketchup at that point.
I was not giving up.
Okay.
Imagine spending an hour of your time for McDonald's.
No, I appreciate the ambition. And I can picture that, actually. But
yeah, I do it a lot, honestly.
Yeah. Okay,
it's worth it sometimes. But so I asked him for ketchup. I was just like, I will admit I was angry. I said, could I have some ketchup? Like I asked for ketchup. And when you're at McDonald's, they keep the containers of ketchup in this like big black
Everyone knows tin. McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're our people, you know McDonald's. He took one of the containers and poured it into the bag, like hundreds of ketchups. I never once had to ask for ketchup at a McDonald's for the next 6 months because I had them in my car.
First of all, thank you. But second of all, that's like fighting.
Yeah,
action.
I'm pretty sure I bitched at him. And like we got in a little bitch fight. And then I was scared for like months afterwards that the CCTV footage would come out of me like bitching at this employee.
No,
but they would have seen what he did and it would have been totally fine. But
that's crazy.
But keep in mind, that's the McDonald's we were at.
Oh,
like the last time I went to this McDonald's, that's what occurred.
Right. So not to drag the McDonald's story on, but we went yesterday. It was not a good area. There were literally people quite literally sprinting at my car. Like I would get close to them and they would like act like they weren't paying attention. And then they would like sprint and like yell, like, I don't know what they wanted. My car, money, don't know. We get there and there is just blasting, like to the point where it's echoing down the streets.
Oh my gosh.
And keep in mind, this is like not a good area, like zombies walking around, like no one else around, blasting circus music, like clown music, like da 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 at like the top of the piano keys. Like
it's what I imagine comes out of the sewer when Pennywise is coming out to get you.
And it was slower too. It was like da da.
It was really creepy.
But like blasting, and we had no idea where it was coming from.
No, and nobody else seemed to be concerned about it.
And then all of a sudden, this man, he was a zombie, I'm sorry, he goes and he just sits in front of the exit, like, so I couldn't get my car out.
He wouldn't let us out of the exit.
So I wound up having to go in a little, pop the curb action. But it all wound up being okay. We did realize that there was also armed security inside this McDonald's. McDonald's.
There was a lot of people like loitering outside. So I'm assuming that's what the security was for. But imagine becoming like a security officer or a police officer and you're told your station is McDonald's in St. Pete, Florida.
Okay, that's like, you know what that reminds me?
Mall cop?
No, I think of this all the time. Like people who are like aspiring to be like models and stuff. And like they get called for like Party City costume covers.
Honestly,
and, like,
I would love that.
It's like men in like a genie like costume. And they're like, they want to be like in HQ and like.
That's hilarious. HQ?
What is it?
GQ, right?
Well, that's
I could be wrong.
Clearly, I don't model, but they want to be in like Louis Vuitton, and they're wearing like a genie wig.
I mean, we gotta start somewhere. We all have somewhere to start at.
They're like smiling in that picture, and then going outside and smoking 10 cigarettes. Like they're just not happy about it.
Do you want to know what has made me not happy recently?
Is this what you had to tell me?
There has been this one specific thing that I've been waiting to share.
There's 2 things you told me you're unwell about.
Yeah, this one's I'm very unwell about.
I need to hear.
I don't even know how to explain how scary and just I get the heebie-jeebies. I have goosebumps thinking about it.
Tell me.
So recently, I discovered Sam and Colby.
Oh.
And I've been like obsessed with watching their videos. I don't know where it came from. I've always like watched creepy stuff during Halloween, but their paranormal investigation videos are just so good.
I like them.
I love their videos. And I've been watching them for like a few weeks. And I told you that I've been starting to have these like nightmares as I'm trying to go to sleep.
Because you're a child.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid. It's like during the day, I'm not afraid. Like, when you used to watch scary movies as a little kid and then you'd be you're in the shower and you think that something's gonna be in the mirror and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, as a little kid.
Oh, like yesterday.
Literally still.
I'm fine. I don't feel like that. So I'm not actively scared. I can be in my room in the dark. I can be in my house in the dark. I can be alone and I feel
I think
fine.
it's really hard to be scared in an apartment building too. It's a lot different. At least a new apartment building.
Maybe. We also watched that movie that's on Netflix that just got released, The Pope's Exorcist.
Well, that's terrifying.
No, it's really fucking terrifying. And apparently it's like based on like real stuff, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyways, I've been having troubles falling asleep. So when I'm going to sleep, in that time between when I'm asleep and I'm awake, I keep feeling like something's coming to get me. And I get like shook and awake. Like I will actually wake up and my shoulders are moving, which is probably just me like dreaming that. You know what I mean?
Your shoulders are moving like
as if someone like took your arms, gorilla gripped your shoulders, and it's like wake up, like trying to help you, like wake up quick, like they're coming to get you.
I often wake up, and I looked this up recently. For years, I'll wake up sometimes, and I think there's an earthquake. Like the room is shaking, my bed is shaking, like literally like an earthquake, like hardcore shaking. And I recently looked up. It's a form of like nighttime anxiety, like in your sleep, and when you wake up from anxiety. But when I say earthquake, I don't mean like just vision wise. Like I'm literally shaking.
Interesting. I don't know that I've ever experienced
as
that.
like earthquake shaking, not like vibrating. Like
like that meme in She's Doing Her Makeup.
Yes, exactly like that.
Interesting. Meme. No, I never even thought about that. I'm sure it is some psychological thing, and I was very confident that it was until this next event.
Okay.
So that's what has been happening, right? And the only thing I'm able to do to get me to not feel that way at night is play. I found this live stream that this person made of 10 hours straight. Like this man just sat there. He just sat there and repeated for 10 hours protection prayers. Like this man is just sitting there reading this for 10 hours
to me
straight.
Too, for some reason.
Well I was just like,
I'm gay. Like I'll just like disintegrate, I think.
Well, I think his were more just like spiritual.
Okay.
Like prayers,
okay.
I think. But regardless, it will make me not have that. Whatever is occurring in there, it doesn't happen if I have some type of like prayer or sermon or something. No. But get this. So about a week ago, Gerald was at my house. He was taking a shower. And I was walking into my room, literally right there.
Right.
And the day before, I had just watched a Sam and Colby video in which I don't remember which house they were at. It might have been the Sally house, where there's this little girl spirit, okay? And she has all these toys. And there was this 8-ball that was upstairs in one of the rooms.
You got an 8-ball recently, too.
You just wait. And in the video, it gets knocked down the stairs while they're downstairs. It actually happened twice, but they like debunked the first time, where in the footage, it got like caught on someone's foot and they can see it, like they kicked it down with not knowing that they kicked it down. But the second time, they don't know how to explain it. The ball ended up from upstairs in the room all the way down the hallway, all the way down the stairs. Okay. Freaky. And it like, they heard a big bang and it was like up against the wall. So I'm walking into my room. I've been out in the living room. Gerald's taking a shower. And I walk in to go say something, and I hear a loud crash the day after I watched this video.
Okay.
And I look to the side, and the 8-ball that has been sitting on my dresser across the room for a month and a half, 2 months, that has never once moved, has just flown off my dresser and hit this wall of the room, and has like dents all over it, like it's all messed up. And Gerald was like, gets out and he goes, "What was that?" And I'm just standing there, so I didn't know. I was like in shock that just occurred, because I just watched that happen in that video, and it happened the day after.
I'm like,
my 8-ball flew off of my dresser.
And you're shaking. I'm like,
I wasn't even there. Like I wasn't even standing next to my dresser where I like bumped the dresser.
It sounds like there's earthquakes, but there's just not, because it's Florida.
No, but there's just not.
And it was the 8-ball specifically.
The 8-ball specifically.
You see, you're barking.
I haven't watched one of those.
No,
since.
You're barking up the wrong tree. You are barking up, and that's why I don't watch that shit.
No, I have not watched one since, because they say that when you let that in and you just make that a part of your life, yes, even if it's just like the energy of it, that's the energy that you're carrying around and it comes towards you. But you're gonna tell me the 8-ball.
I mean, don't forget, you guys probably don't know, I was a paranormal YouTuber for like 2 years back in the day, like maybe 2018. So I was in the same community as like Sam and Colby and that. And like when I used to go do those like investigations and all that stuff, that stuff would happen and it was really creepy. And now like it doesn't. And I'm like, was I just imagining it? I don't know. But no.
No, they say that when you're around
When
it,
you
it
invite
happens. But from watching a video, you're going to tell me that something did that. And we always make jokes that I have things that like follow me around. I don't investigate anything. I don't get into anything. But for some reason, no matter where I go, weird shit happens.
You got the bad energy.
And I'm not into that.
A lot has been changing for me and Sam recently. Like so much different things. Like Sam's career has been booming. I recently moved to Florida. I lived in New York my entire life.
I think I outed that on accident.
What?
In the video I posted today, I talked about it for like 2 seconds that you were in the car driving to see me.
Oh, that's fine.
From Florida.
That's fine. I mean,
okay.
Yeah,
people were like, wait, Andrew moved? I missed the memo. I said, I just thought you had posted about it.
No, not yet.
On your Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram. So like it's fine. But a lot has been changing. And I think definitely dealing with change can be really hard. But obviously like everything has been changing for us for the better.
Oh, for sure.
So it
can just be overwhelming.
Yeah, especially like you with like your career is just, and don't be annoying. It's like boom and it's taken off. You're doing great.
Crazy.
So I want to talk more about that.
The opportunities that we've had in the past few months, it's just things that we've dreamed about. Me and Andrew have been friends for so long. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to start this podcast, is just because we've gone on this whole social media adventure together. It feels like, and
so me and Sam met. Quick little backstory. Let me finish chewing.
Can I like V-sit?
You're going to put your toes next to the nuggets? That's crazy.
I mean, weirder things have been on the nuggets. Before, when we were setting this up, I lifted a blanket up and hair flew all over the nuggets.
Yeah.
So, and here we are eating them. Sauceless, by the way.
The sauce is right there.
You put it as far away as you could.
Anyway, quick little backstory of how me and Sam met. Back in 2018, I was on this weird website, and I was able to see like people who had the exact same
that's so interesting.
subscriber count as me. And so I went on this.
It wasn't Social Blade?
What?
It wasn't Social Blade?
Maybe it was a setting on there at the time. I don't know, but it definitely doesn't have it anymore. I don't remember what it was, but I saw Sam was directly next to me. We had the exact same.
Like 40,000.
Right? I think it was 39,000. It was 39,000. And we had the exact same amount of subscribers. 2018, and I messaged her on Instagram, and she was a little girl who lived on a dirt road in Wisconsin. And
he was an old man working at Chili's.
Yeah.
We're so different now than we were back then. Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too far. I'm blonde.
You are blonde.
I live in Florida.
Oh my, it's so different, no?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, you're famous. Okay.
Famished.
I'm
famished.
But that's how we met. So what was our point?
I don't know. I'm off my ADHD meds, everybody. This whole medicine shortage has me without my medicine.
Our opportunities. So we started from nothing. Like we were just dumb little kids filming stupid YouTube videos.
Like stupid YouTube videos.
Didn't have many followers or anything. And then we both grew a lot. Sam, a lot more than me. But
that's just recent. I've always just made YouTube videos because long form content is just where my heart is, which is why I've always wanted a podcast. Because we can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And people aren't going to bitch and moan about it because that's what you're here for. You're expecting to hear me sit and talk. But
also, I'm wearing, I'm embarrassed to say, I'm wearing makeup for the first time. So if you see me poking my face with the match, apparently you got to do that so you don't wipe the makeup off. Sam helped me out with that tip.
Yeah, I always go like this.
I don't have nails.
And tap my face instead of like itching. Starting short form content with my series just completely, I feel like for the both of us, reignited our like love for social media because we've been on here for forever, but we've never got to do the fun shit.
I know.
We never got to go and do anything or never got invited to anything, which doesn't matter. But at the same time, if you're going to be doing this job, you want to reap the benefits.
Well, we also are huge like fans of other YouTubers.
Massive.
So now that like you're a lot more relevant, they're all fans of you, which is crazy. Because like we'll
Barbie
go to events and people like Avani.
Oh my God, she was so sweet.
We saw Avani and we were like starstruck basically. We were like, oh my God. Not that like I'm like a huge fan of her. Obviously, it's different demographic than I would be part of, but it's Avani. You know what I mean?
She was so nice.
She came running up and she asked Sam for a picture.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like, my jaw was on the floor.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
That whole Barbie event over here.
Oh,
With your throat in the mic. That whole. So if you guys didn't know, me and Andrew got to go to the premiere of the Barbie movie, like the real premiere.
Like sitting with Ryan Gosling watching it.
Yes. Like Margot Robbie was in the room. Billie Eilish was in the room. Nicki Minaj was in the room.
Crazy.
Andrew screamed suitcases at Shay Mitchell.
Oh, you gotta get different delivery on that because
We were drunk. This is going to be a tangent, but that's okay. That's what this is for. That's what
Yeah.
long form content's for. We went to this, which this kind of ties in to the creator thing because at one point after the premiere itself, no. After the red carpet, pink carpet, they put us into essentially this bar, free drinks.
with like the biggest influencers you can imagine.
Yes. Like David Dobrik was walking around.
Chris Olsen. And it was very
What's his
intimate.
name?
Like, there was like less than 100
Oh
of
yeah,
us.
Alex Earl.
Alex. Yeah.
Alex Earl. She was so sweet. I feel so bad. I had to say hi. I used to not say hi. The person that gave me courage.
I don't think you did it at a good time.
No.
To be honest. She was on the,
eating her. She was trying to get. There was this buffet and she was trying to fill up her plate. But I panicked. It was now or never. Like I had to. And it
you
was.
could have given her 10 minutes.
No, she would have been gone. But mind you, later we ended up in the same tiny little van going to the premiere.
Like it was me, Sam, and 3 other people. Alex
Yeah.
Earl being one of them.
Yes.
And Josh Richards.
And Georgia from Too Hot to Handle.
Very crazy. like
Like-
what?
How did we end up in that room? We are literally two idiots.
But it's so funny because people say that about you.
That I'm an idiot?
No, well, yeah. I mean, I think you're a fucking idiot. But like people say like, oh my God, I met Sam. Like, how did we end up?
I don't know. Some of these are like TV people we're talking about for some of this. Like everyone from, we literally, well, 2 things. One, we challenged Susie from The Bachelor to a chug off from mojitos. We did not need another mojito.
She likes all our stuff now. She's so sweet.
She's so sweet.
She followed me. Like,
She comments on everything. She's
Yeah.
so nice.
I like her a lot.
The other person that we talked to where I literally couldn't even begin to explain is Hannah Godwin.
Oh,
So I can say it because by the time this goes out, she will have been married. She already announced that she's getting married
what
in
if
Paris.
they like push it back?
No, it's today.
Oh, okay.
She's getting married right now as we
Okay,
speak.
that's nice.
Or tomorrow, but one of the days.
Right.
She was so drunk at the after party. I think
Was she
maybe
the
she
blonde
wasn't.
one?
Yeah, she's the
See-
sweetest, cutest. Oh, I just love her. She came up and randomly started a conversation with me about her wedding, and
It was
how
very random.
yes, and she's like, you can't tell anybody this because it's a secret and nobody knows. But we're getting married in Paris. Her mom has like never been to Paris and
Mhm.
it's always been her dream to go. And so she was just telling us all about it. And I was like, how am I sitting here having a conversation with someone who I've watched on TV? Like, what qualifies me to be here?
Okay, this conversation happened minutes after Billie Eilish bumped into me and said sorry.
And 20 minutes after or before, and like 20 minutes before, the people we were with hugged Billie Eilish like 3 times.
Like,
Like Phineas was right there.
I was walking and I felt someone like bump into me hard because we were like sardines.
Mhm.
And I was
Always
like,
bad.
am I about to throw hands right now? I turned around, they were like, sorry, I didn't even realize, didn't click. And then
Billie Eilish.
right next to me, they were like, that was Billie Eilish. And I was like, that was Billie Eilish.
Keep in mind, we were drunk. So we went to the red carpet and then they put us in the room with all the influencers while the actual celebrities were walking the pink carpet. We got drunk. Oops.
Very.
For a while. They had us in there for a while, like 2 hours.
I thought it was like, yeah, I definitely thought it was like 3 hours for
Maybe
sure.
it was 3. And then we had to get ourselves, they had all these cars or you could walk. We had to go over to the actual premiere. We were so drunk that the premiere started. So all the celebs came out, talked about the movie. It was me, mind you, the current bachelorette, me, Andrew, Mackenzie Ziegler in front of us.
Who we talked to for like 40 minutes, so she
Dance
was very
moms.
aware we were there.
Yeah, she was so freaking nice, but there's no way she wasn't like, these people need help.
I was drunk and I asked her. Well, first of all, Sam was like, I'm sorry, I gotta ask you about Dance Moms.
You can't say
Cringy, so cringy. To
you can't
Mackenzie
meet
Ziegler.
Mackenzie Ziegler and not ask
But
about
then
Dance
my
Moms.
drunk ass, I was like, I need to save the day. So I was like, did James Charles really bully you in his YouTube video? I'm not gonna say her answer.
The answer is undisclosed. We're not trying to cause drama.
But
the answer wouldn't cause drama. So
I was
it's fine.
honestly surprised.
Yeah,
Anyway, we're not. That is stirring up a whole lot of shit. Let's
It's fine.
move on.
But so we sat and talked to her. I told her that I saw her mom at the party beforehand. I thought I saw Abby Miller.
Oh yeah,
I
Sam.
was like, Abby Miller's at this party. And it wasn't Abby Miller. It was just someone that looked really
okay,
similar.
the girl's eyeballs popped out of her head. She went, Abby's here.
Yeah, she was scared.
Sam
the
gave
trauma.
her PTSD.
Yeah, that was, you could just tell it was, I knew in that moment that the trauma was real, like by her response.
No, she
even
like
just
projectile
hearing her
sweated.
name. Yes. So we just sat and talked, sat in our chairs. Georgia and Lily were two lovely Australian girls that we
Love
met.
them.
We love them. They were sitting on the other side of Andrew. So it was me, Andrew, two Australian friends. The movie just started. They just started playing it. And then about 15, 20 minutes in, I get a tap on my shoulder. And I assumed it was you. Because why wouldn't it be you? Like, who else is sitting next to me, right?
Right.
I look over. Andrew's head is like between his knees. Like the top of your hair was touching Mackenzie Ziegler's back.
It was like tickling her neck. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
And he is passed out, sleeping.
Yes.
How do you justify that? We are at the Barbie premiere and you are sleeping.
You know what? I can justify it.
Okay.
The night before,
Mm-hmm.
2 nights before, I got no sleep while we were traveling there. And then
Why?
the night before,
Yeah.
you kept me up until 4 a.m. After I got no sleep the night before that, you kept me up until 4 a.m. listening to ghosts in our haunted hotel. We're not getting into more haunted stuff. But you kept me up until 4 a.m. and then we had to be up at 7:30. So, and then I was wasted. So yes, I did fall asleep. And I'm very sorry to you, Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie.
We woke his ass up.
No, Sam, literally, her lips were like elastic. They stretched to my earlobe.
Imagine that like image.
Like Squidward eating the Krabby Patty. Like, and you were like, get the fuck up. You cannot be sleeping right now.
Right now.
I'm literally, that is so
Nicki
disrespectful.
Minaj is sitting 2 rows in front of us and you are sleeping.
I'm so sorry to those people. I really am. Nikki, Billy.
I will just not be shocked if we never get invited back to another Warner Brothers premiere because, I mean, I was in my drunken self was in the arms of the people that brought us there while we were waiting for our car to come pick us up, and it was just a lot. It was.
Sam was talking to Shay Mitchell at one point. They were having a nice little conversation, and I know the name and I know her face if someone's like, that's Shay Mitchell, but like I would just never.
He goes, she's from You.
Well, yeah, but I didn't say that to her. But
Pretty Little Liars.
what I did say to her was worse. Sam like looked at me and pointed to Shay Mitchell while they were talking. So I looked at Shay Mitchell, and then Shay Mitchell looked at me and smiled. And Sam was like, look who it is. And I was like, and so Sam like noticed I wasn't getting it. So she was like, Shay Mitchell. And I went, suitcases? Because I
mean, Baze is iconic. I'm sure she's proud of it. But that's what you're going to say Shay Mitchell's from is
you know what?
Suitcases.
It's definitely, I guarantee you I'm the first person who recognized her as Baze. So.
No.
Oh, yeah. Recognized her as Baze? Oh, you're the creator of Baze, definitely.
But imagine
She
doing like
remembers
so
me.
many cool things.
She's thinking
and
about
then
me right now.
Your suitcases.
Yeah.
So essentially what we're saying is for some reason with the growth of like my TikTok and just honestly, I really feel like me and Andrew are about to take over short form content. We want to like travel and do fun little reality-esque show series types things on TikTok, but we need time to do that. So you guys need to make this podcast pop the frick off.
You want to know what else I need to do that? Money. So yeah, go leave a rating. Leave a rating.
You leave a rating,
Wherever this podcast is, leave a 5-star rating. Is that
Mhm.
extortion?
What?
To tell them to leave a 5-star? No.
What's extortion?
Like bribing people to.
No, I will bribe you with everything I have.
Oh, bribe.
Is that not okay?
It is
I will
now.
blackmail
We're taking
you.
over. We're bribing. Extortion.
Yeah.
5 stars, 6 stars even.
If we go to jail, then all you have to do is stream our new podcast, Inmates on the Block.
Yeah.
We might end up there.
We'll come up with a new name.
Yeah. What's wrong with that name?
I'll think of a new name.
Okay.
I got bullied at the DMV.
What?
I got bullied at the DMV.
Is that a normal occurrence?
Well, no. I mean, I went to the DMV to change my license.
Did you?
Yeah, so I have a Florida license now, and
Exciting, huh?
this might be really controversial. Actually, a lot of people might get mad at me.
Why?
For real. Because I was never an organ donor.
Oh, yeah.
I just never was. I never thought about it, but like I still haven't thought about it. Like
Okay.
I would need time to think about that.
Mhm.
It's my organs.
Yeah.
You know? Whatever. So I go and she's
Morticians say that they would never be organ donors
yes.
because of how mutilated your body comes back.
I just got such a cramp. Sorry.
Little.
No, yeah. And like not only that, but like
I am an organ donor, just so you know. So
you are?
I am better than him
Oh
because
no,
I do.
no, it's just I would need time to think about it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you do that at the DMV.
You're a grown adult, so you've had time to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like.
But I
Black
didn't
man.
even know you do that at the DMV. I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
So I went and she asked me, like, do you want to be an organ donor? And I was like, no. Because I was like, I'll think about it. I could change it if anything. And she looked at me and she went, no.
Well, they wouldn't take yours, right?
My what?
Is that wrong? Because they won't take your blood.
Oh, no, they'll take my organs, I think.
Oh, what's the fucking difference then? Why not let you give blood? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know. Because gay people can't give blood.
That's
yeah.
stupid, right?
I mean, I have a blood disease anyway, so whatever.
Oh, so I won't take your organs anyway.
Right. But the whole thing is, I know it's probably a myth, but if you're an organ donor and like you get in a car accident, like they won't save you so they could use your organs. That's like the whole myth.
Wait, what?
That's the whole myth. Like, apparently, I'm calling it a myth so I don't get canceled, but apparently, allegedly, I guess, if you're an organ donor and like they are less likely to save you because they could use your organs.
That's
for like
fucked up.
other people who need them. So like if
Well,
they
then
feel
you're gonna die.
if they feel like you might not make it and someone else can make it with the organs, they're less likely to save you. That's the myth. So that's why I would want to think about it and like do more research on it to see if it's actually true. Whatever.
And you gotta fight with her about it?
No. So I was like, oh no, like I don't like it's fine. And she like literally looked up. She looked up and laughed. And she was like, you don't want to be an organ donor? And like the person next to her at the cashier like looked over and they looked at each other and started laughing. And she was like, so I'm putting no to organ donor? And I was like, oh, is that like unheard of? I don't know. Yeah. So now
You're an organ. You got bullied into becoming an organ donor.
I'm an organ like charcuterie board, basically. Like take them all.
Yeah, that's how I am. I say you can take whatever. Because like realistically, I'm not gonna use it.
Well, like I probably would have been fine with it. That's something I would want to think about. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know that they would take mine either because I'm chunky.
Well, same.
Like I think you have to be like super healthy.
I'm like the holy three. Like I'm chunky, gay, and diseased. So
I mean, I'm definitely diseased. Just
Yeah.
don't know about it yet.
you're like rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can feel things like bubbling.
That's your period.
Yes, it is. I'm afraid of the DMV, honestly.
Oh, it's terrifying.
The DMVs here are in tax collector buildings, and so that even freaks me out. I don't want to step foot in a tax collector building.
Okay, well, I was the only one not holding a prison release form. So I was a little scared.
Okay.
I was like, have a nice day. Yes. Hi, everyone. Very scary. But that's why I was like, is it like, are people going to beat me up? I don't know.
Probably. I just think it's so funny how the world works sometimes because my sister recently got chickens. Like they want to have their own chickens. I'm pretty sure when the egg prices went up, they're like,
Oh, like live chickens.
yeah, like real
Got it.
chickens. Like they got them as babies and everything. And we keep making jokes, me and my mom, that my mom should get chickens too because I really want a chicken. And she came home the other day and there was just a chicken in her yard. Like a chicken ran away from the butcher shop into my mom's yard.
Okay.
And
Wait, that's so cute.
but no one will believe us that she didn't go get the chicken. But the chicken is just like hanging out in her yard. So
Oh, I mean, look, if you're doing a lot of talking saying you want a chicken and then one day you have a
That's what I'm
chicken,
saying.
it looks fishy.
you're going to tell me that the animal distribution system isn't real? That it didn't hear you say, I would like a chicken. and then give you a chicken, or like, how do you think I ended up with 3 cats? They just come to you. They get us find you. But now we're ordering like a bunch of chickens from my mom's house.
Oh, like
because it's a
Bretman Rock.
rooster.
You see Bretman Rock?
Does he have chickens?
Bretman Rock is literally like the chicken king. He has like show chickens, like all these like they
show
are
chickens.
No, they're like fancy. He has like just normal ones. Every single one has a name. He has like I think like 60 at this point, and he does videos like showing all of them, and like he curses them out. It's so funny.
I need chickens, but I can't have them in an apartment that stink.
Not more than it already does.
Okay, fuck you for that.
Trigger warning. I walked over your bloody pad before.
Well, yeah, I didn't realize that Duncan had ate them all out of my trash can.
Yeah.
I left them in different like rooms because
Okay.
I have Piper and Duncan right now, and I just didn't think about it, and Duncan ate everything in there.
I'm pissed.
Oh,
I am
I
pissed.
like when you're angry.
Well, and it's so hard always being right.
I don't even know that you're right 2% of the time.
Okay, well, listen. Okay. So, obviously, I do social media. That's like my main form of income. I edit for you.
Mhm.
I have my 2 Airbnbs.
My little bitch boy.
Right. I have my 2 Airbnbs, and I also do social media for some companies. And I have someone who helps me out with that. So, like, they're not like official companies, but I have the Airbnb, the editing, whatever. So, the main place that I do social media for,
Oh.
right?
Uh-huh.
The main place. I started doing their social media about a year ago, and everything was going good. Every single time I would ask them, like, hey, like, any update on anything? Do you have any feedback? They're like eating my ass. They're like, we love everything you're doing. We're obsessed. I run their Instagram. I go in, I shoot all of the specials, all of the menu items. I post
like from 8 to 5 all
yes,
day.
but like once a month, like, and then I edit them and I post every other day. I run their social media. You know, you guys get it, okay?
The difference in the way that it looked before you and after you too. Like,
Okay.
you're doing a good job.
Yeah, their pictures look like they were taken on typewriters.
Yeah.
Literally brown.
Mm-hmm.
Brown.
Like a microwave took the picture.
No, yes. And then mine are, seriously, they do look professional. And like, I'm very like humble. My self-esteem is like on the floor, but you guys should see it. I don't want to give away like who I do it for, but it looks amazing, right? They are constantly eating my ass. So when I was moving here, obviously,
I love that.
yeah, I do love it. So like literally deep
You
in there.
wish I would eat your ass more.
You?
Yeah.
You'd probably be good at it.
What?
Eating ass.
Okay, not literally. Is
Oh.
it snowing?
No. They were in New York, so obviously I gave them a 2 months notice when I moved to Florida. 2 months before I moved, I told them, listen, I'm moving to Florida. We're gonna have to figure something out.
Really nice of you.
Yeah, I mean, normally the protocol is you give 2
Yeah.
weeks,
Yeah,
and
industry
that's supposed to be
standard.
good. I gave 2 months, people, okay? And they weren't having it. They were like, absolutely not.
You
Like,
offered to train.
yeah, no, well, they were like, we love what you're doing. Can you just do it from Florida? And I was like, they asked if I knew any photographers who could just take over that portion because that's the one part that was in person. And I was like, oh yeah, like I could figure something out. So whatever, we figured out a photographer. I trained them. I let them keep my $250 new ring light because I was leaving. And you know, so like my last day there, I let them keep it. Everything was going great. I moved to Florida. I'm still doing it, right? On Indeed, I was just looking around on Indeed, just, you know, bored in bed one night. And I see an ad from them for a social media manager. They were requesting photography skills, editing skills, and posting skills. And you want to know what it said? In asterisks? Urgently hiring. Without telling me, I gave these motherfuckers 2 months and they begged me, and I'm not being a liar here. They literally begged me to stay. I knew I was starting this podcast. It's half the reason why I moved here. I probably wouldn't need that money anymore if you guys blow this up. I to be honest, podcast aside, I don't need it. It was extra money.
Yeah.
I gave you 2 months notice and you begged me to stay. And then
They didn't tell you about it? That they were going to do that?
Samantha, they begged me to stay. I've been posting every other day for them. Everything's going great. I am blowing their social media up. They are getting, I
More
think
engagement than he's getting.
yesterday alone, they got 60 followers. Keep in mind, this is just a random
restaurant.
company. Yeah, it's a restaurant.
Oh,
Whatever. It's fine.
there's a million restaurants in the world.
Yeah. Yesterday alone, they gained 60 followers. Like, I think I've grown them like almost maybe 10,000 followers since I've been there. Yeah. Okay, so they begged me to stay. And then I see that behind my back, they put up an urgently hiring. So I could have kept my ring light. I could have used that time to look for something else for extra money. But no, they wanted to keep me there and behind my back put up an urgently.
That's interesting that they would do that behind your back.
So
weren't you close with them?
No.
Oh, well, I thought you knew them well.
No, the one manager who she doesn't know anything about it, but the owners are the owners. Like I'm
that's
very
true.
professional with them.
Yeah.
So, but I took a screenshot of the ad and I sent it to the owner. And I said, hi,
like, what the fuck is this?
but I said it in a very professional way. I was like, hey, what is this? I just want to make sure everything's good. And she sent me this long paragraph saying, to be honest, I'm putting feelers out there. I just feel like we need someone here in person. That's what I was saying.
Yes, Ron just listened to you.
That's why I put my 2 months notice in and you begged me to stay and do it from Florida. Go trying to find a photographer, training the photographer. And now, behind my back, urgently hiring.
Why waste your time and energy?
Why waste my time and energy? And keep my motherfucking ring light. Send that.
Oh, I would be invoicing for that.
Overnight it.
Yeah.
And so then I said, okay, I would like to speak more about this. And she said, okay, will you be around tomorrow? I said, yeah. Tomorrow comes around, yesterday. I say, hey, can you talk right now? No answer, leaves me on red. The owner, this is supposed to be professional. So I
would not be posting for them anymore then.
Oh, it's been 4 days. And I usually post every other day.
Uh-huh. No,
Today's
I would
the 4th
not
day.
be posting. If you're not even going to have I don't even know the right word. The decency to talk to me and just explain to me.
No.
Are they kids?
If they did this and they didn't beg me to stay and I didn't put my 2 months in, that's one thing. But the fact that I tried to put my 2 months in.
That's ridiculous.
And they begged me to stay and then behind my back did this when I could have used that time to find something else.
Yes.
Done. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a vent about that.
This is why, like we said, you're going to blow up the podcast so we can continue to not have to work for anybody else other than each other. Because you can't stop being my little bitch boy.
Right. I hate her too. Just help me.
Don't help him too much.
No, well, I mean, my anxiety, I'll always have to have another job because my anxiety of social media, I mean, in 2021, I was making bank on YouTube.
Yeah.
Really good money. And I still edited for you because the anxiety of it going away one day.
That's with this whole industry though and job. I feel like anyone that's self-employed would probably feel that. But with social media, the second people don't like you anymore, you have no money anymore.
Yeah.
You have to stay relevant, but that is just so stressful. And thinking about it, caring, I didn't really care. I was so comfortable on YouTube, and y'all on YouTube are so just dedicated. I feel like the same people come back and watch my videos every time I post it. There's always 100,000 of you that come every single time, no matter what. And so with this new TikTok and short form stuff, it almost has opened up this new pressure.
There's no knowing your fans anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No, especially not on YouTube. I'll always know my people, but TikTok, I try to read all the comments, and I do notice the same people and they comment over and over and over again, but it's just so much more pressure to put out. I don't know. It's just so hot and cold on TikTok, and people can be so fucking mean on TikTok compared to YouTube. I am such a believer, which is probably why I wanted to move back to Florida so bad. And the weather affects your the way you feel.
Well, my back, it really
does it help?
No.
When it hurt here?
Anywhere. My back is really bad when there's a big storm coming.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think Gerald was saying something to me about that the other day, about how if you have an injury and it's super humid outside or whatever, it can hurt.
Oh yeah, anytime there's a big storm coming, my back is always killing me.
Interesting. Never even thought about that. When it rains, yeah. That would be a storm.
Mm-hmm.
The concept. It just keeps my brain happy.
That's nice.
And so when I see like rain and just gloom, to me, that's a rotting day.
Rotting.
Yeah, people really thought. I did a video a week ago, and I said the word rotten, the title. I forget exactly how I titled it.
Is that a new thing?
Yeah. Someone made a video. If I knew who, I would tell you who. And they were talking about how they go through like rotting seasons of life where you just rot.
I'm for sure in a rot.
I have been in a rot since I became an adult.
We're going to be fresh produce.
Yes.
We're going to be fresh, the freshest produce, like farm picked.
Yeah, I was a little sprout in the beginning of the year when I first got my Vyvanse, but now they ripped that away from me. So I'm back to being like a little seedling in the soil,
right?
Rotting away. This podcast is going to bring us to life.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. We're going to be a farm stand for sure.
So obviously we've just been chatting, and that's going to be probably a huge part of this podcast. Now, for some reason, we were super stressed about the first podcast because in my mind, it has to be good. I want you guys to be engaged. I want you to come back and listen. I want you to want to come back and listen.
I'm sure they understand the pressure of the first episode. And that's why you guys, when I say we've been filming this
for so long,
since 2021,
yeah.
This is probably our 6th time filming it and our 3rd name.
Oh, yes.
So
we were going to do Under the Influencer and Sidetracked.
Yeah. And now we're famished. Because we just thought it would be so funny when you click on the podcast, like obviously famished means hungry or like, yeah.
Extremely hungry.
So it would just be funny.
We're hungry for fame.
Yeah.
In the most humble way.
All the right reasons.
We're the people you want to make famous. And then one day you'll comment.
I have other jobs.
Yeah. I employ him.
Thank you.
So in the future, the podcast will probably have more of a theme to them and like a purpose. That way you guys listen to it and you come away thinking, oh, I just learned something.
A little more structure maybe.
Yeah, I can tell mom and dad that what I'm listening to is educational.
Well, today was supposed to be about change and how to deal with change, but we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
Which is why that might have been a good name, but
it might have been. We've just been withholding information from each other just so we would have some things to spark good conversations. So we had a lot to say today, and it's the first one, so who gives a frick? Yeah, it is a little catch-up update. This is who you're going to be hanging out with. I'm pointing to both of us.
But we are going to have a few little gimmicks. So we're trying out the food thing, okay? We want to do like a little smorgasbord of food from a different place every time. Maybe sometimes we'll do some of your orders.
Yeah.
We'll try new places. Cheesecake Factory. It could be anywhere. Anywhere, okay?
You guys can like recommend places in the comments.
And obviously we had to start with McDonald's, but
because we are just McDonald's whores. The first time we filmed this, we ordered McDonald's. One, it was so old because we sat and tried to set this podcast area up for probably 2 hours. It was ice cold by the time we ate it. We were so hungry that the first 20 minutes of the podcast was just stuffing my face. Like I was
it was not good. Like you guys it was a blessing to not
have to watch that.
Yeah.
We're doing you a favor.
We couldn't even get through it.
No. Like it was not even Nick Icato's mukbangs were better than that.
Those are iconic.
Yeah. But the mouth noises.
Yeah, no.
They were pretty rough.
That's why we're gonna eat this stuff after. We have a nice little air fryer. We do have little segments that we made. We're going to have different segments every time, but I think a few of the main ones are going to be, one is, was that TMI? So you guys can DM us. Just start it out with, was that TMI or TMI, whatever.
Yeah.
DM us any stories you have that might be a little bit TMI. They will be completely anonymous. At some point, we'll start like an anonymous forum, so even we won't know who you guys are. But DM us.
We won't out you.
DM us any story you have that's TMI. And then our other one is going to be for Samantha.
What would Samantha Joe do?
So it's more of like an advice, and we'll give you advice on what Samantha or I would do.
I just love talking and giving advice. And I'm not just like asking for situations that you think I've been in. No.
Anything.
Like tell me some crazy shit that has happened in your life, and I'm going to tell you what I would do if it was me.
And it can also even just be as simple as a this or that.
Yeah.
Like anything. Mm-hmm. Just be creative, guys. I have faith in you.
Like make it fun. We honestly just need really grabby titles. So give us shit to clickbait your ass
If you give
with.
us interesting stuff, you guys could be a title of this video.
Exactly. Try to be the title of the podcast. It's a game you guys can play.
Oh my God, yeah.
Fake or not, make this shit up.
Yeah.
But make it like a good story.
Yeah, it could be like, guys, it could be like our little like inside
No
thing.
one has
Like
to know.
our thing. Like it could be fake, but just like give us the titles and the content.
At this point, we're probably like 45 minutes into this podcast. So if you're still listening, this is just for us. Like, don't tell anybody. Don't ruin the joke. People kept Miley's secret. Crowley Corners kept her secret that she was Hannah Montana. So you guys can keep the fucking secret. Fake the stories if you have to.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, get us
But
content.
like, you know, think.
I mean, if they're real, that's better.
Think titles, you know, like.
Yeah, think like what you would click on.
Don't make them too crazy. But
I mean.
You know what? Throw it out there. Throw them out there.
Let's see what you got.
Well,
I have faith in you.
We'll pick up what you put down.
And then we'll throw it
No
out
singing.
the
No singing. Caesar. Okay. I have like a few little dumb things. Should we do little dumb things or should we?
Sure.
Okay. So we were in the car the other day.
Okay. Was I in the car?
Me and you.
Oh, okay.
We're in
love
the car
when
the
I'm
other
there.
day. This is more for them because
Okay.
we need to settle.
I don't know where this is going yet.
It's a dispute.
Oh, no. I get like really pissed during debates.
Well, because you have the
I'm right.
dumbest points of view. No, they're literally so
You're just
stupid.
judging.
No, there's no way they're not all going to agree with me.
Okay.
We were in the car and you asked me, we got coffee and you asked me if I want the front or the back cup holder. And I said, oh, I'll take the front one. And you put it in, let me finish. You put it in the back one or the one that is closer to the back of the car, which.
What? Right. That's opposite. You switched it.
No, the front one is the one closest to the front of the car. Like if we're sitting you're in the driver's seat, I'm in the passenger seat, that's the front of the car. These are the two cup holders. That's the front of the car. Which one's the front one? The front of the car, see, that's what I'm saying. So Samantha.
Audio listeners, I pointed to the one that's
in the back of the car.
No, yeah, but you're not looking at it from the right perspective.
No, everyone, let me paint the picture for you here, okay? So you're sitting in the driver's seat, steering wheel. Cup holders are on your left, right? One cup holder is closer to your knee, like closer to the windshield, and one is closer to the back seat, right? Because they're tandem.
That's a big word for you.
Tandem?
I'm impressed, yeah. Your vocabulary feels pretty like small.
Well, when I'm talking to you, I have to dumb it down. Yeah. So, but they're tandem, right? Samantha considers the one closer to the back seat the front cup holder. Tell me how this makes any sense.
Because you're looking at it from your eyes. So if I'm going to reach front to back, I'm reaching this way. I'm not reaching this way. No, don't say,
audio listeners, go explain better.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Like, if I'm going from my perspective, front to back, my arms move outwards away from me to go grab something. So what's the first thing my hand's going to hit? It's the front one. So like when you go this way, like forward, like I'm pushing out. So imagine like my hand's pushing this way. The cup holders are to the right of you. When you reach your hand out, you hit the front one first.
Right. Well, it's funny. I looked up the definition of front specifically for this. It is the most forward part of something.
And that's as forward towards you as you can get.
In a car. Okay, so in a car, when you sit in the front seat.
Well, direction is relative.
Yeah, Samantha.
Right, left, forward, back are all different depending on where you're facing.
We made our points.
And
you
I'm
guys,
right.
In a car, in the comment below.
You're not reaching from this side
we're going to ask them.
You're not doing a U-E.
We're going to ask them. These are the actual dumb arguments that we get into that I genuinely get pissed off. Like we get like stale toward each other for a little bit.
The difference is I don't lose sleep over it and you do.
I do, because it's crazy to me that like I even have to fight about this dumb shit. Like it's so dumb.
It's just not dumb. I'm right. If you could just accept that.
Imagine, okay, so guys, I'm going to ask you right now. You're sitting in the car, right? Which is the front cup holder? The one that is closest to the windshield or the one that is closest to the back seat?
Why would you not do it in direction towards you?
Comment down below which is the front cup holder. Thank you.
The first one that you reach is the right answer. You just pick whoever you love more. They always pick you anyways with the fucking... This one time I asked for opinions on how these containers were sitting on my kitchen cupboard.
Right, but they pick me when I'm right. We don't want yes men here. We want the truth.
I'm right.
Okay. Well, they'll comment. I have... Who is Who is your dream guest for this?
Muffin Man.
No one wants to listen to that in a podcast. Am I right, guys?
No, they want to listen to everything we have to say.
Who is our dream guests for the podcast?
Emma.
Should we? I don't think she would ever do it.
Well, with that fucking attitude.
Okay, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. Caesar, let's start over. Let's start that one over. Okay.
Emma.
Well, let me.
Oh.
Who are our dream guests?
Oh, that was good. We can leave it like that. That's funny.
Okay. Leave it in, Caesar.
Yeah, leave it.
Let's
That's
be a
good.
little crazy.
Yeah.
Who are our dream guests for the podcast? So you say Emma. Who? Give a few.
Tana.
Okay, she's mine.
Yeah, Tana's a
Tana
good
and
one.
Brooke.
Yeah, you're a whore for Brooke.
I am straight for Brooke.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with her. I will listen. Just like Tana. I mean, sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I am a Tana super fan. I am.
Every time we've met her, she's been so nice.
She's so nice to me, whether it's fake or not. She's been so nice to me, and I liked her since before she was ever canceled. She was my favorite, and she's just consistently been my favorite. You can judge me all you want. Don't judge Sam. She can't handle it.
I'm actually so sensitive.
If you're gonna hate on this podcast, just direct it toward me. I love it. I feed off of it. It's fine.
I will cry.
Yeah, she will. Anywho, I am. Unfortunately, I've never said that. I love her. Anyway, Tana is one of mine. Brooke, I'm obsessed with. She's so funny.
Trying to think of someone else who might be like iconic.
And Sarah Baska. I'm obsessed with Sarah Baska. I love her. Also straight for her.
He does not shut up about Sarah Baska.
I just love her. I just feel like we have different.
We definitely consume different content.
You like the gay shit.
The gay shit meaning.
I'm gonna insult someone. I take that back. I'm sorry. Like Hannah Maloche.
Sure, they're good.
No, she's beautiful. Number one.
She is
iconic. But like the lifestyle.
It calms me.
Yeah.
See, but I like a certain type of lifestyle. The like super fake stuff I can't.
Oh, I thought you were saying you like the fake stuff.
No, I can't. But when it's just someone has an aesthetic life that they're just good at setting the camera up and that you can just tell that there's like art that goes into it, kind of like Sailing the Vagabond. I love that.
Yeah, videos. I want to say Hannah Maloche is not fake like that. Like
she
was the first one.
Good at her life is just aesthetic. Like
honestly,
the way that she lives it.
Hannah, you came to my mind when I thought lifestyle because you're iconic. Like it was nothing towards you.
Now you're worried.
Well, because I like her.
Yeah.
But I just don't watch her videos.
Yeah. I think for the most part, it'll just be us talking. But every once in a while, we would love to just like get other people's opinions in on here. I know I've always watched so many podcasts where they fully become like car daddy.
You know, Sam gave me a talk. She was like, we're not like, there's going to be no drama, anything on this podcast. We're not mentioning any names. And we've said some juicy stuff.
But I don't think that's juicy. I'm just saying I liked Call Her Daddy better when it was just two friends talking. You know what I mean? I like that vibe. That's comforting to me. I'm not interested in a lot of the celebrities that she interviews.
See, I think you think it's not juicy because we're friends from before. Like we had a following, but like you have almost 4 million followers, and you're.
I'm not shitting on it.
No, you're not.
Now I'm anxious.
No, it's just funny because like I'm imagining watching like podcasters that I like talking about like Call Her Daddy, even though you're not saying anything bad, and I'm like, oh, that's what they think about it.
I mean, clearly it's a good podcast that makes $60 million. Oh,
it's one
We are next.
No, we are going to have to split pennies.
Yeah. Anyone that wants to sponsor us, we're open. We have McDonald's. A full open slot.
DoorDash.
I mean, honestly, any food companies, this is a great one for you. I will sit here and
base
gargle it down. I will shovel it. Base.
Yeah.
We'll travel places.
We'll kiss.
No,
we won't. Okay.
No.
Okay. I thought we would. No. Okay. We won't kiss, but
I'm scared.
No, yeah, we'll gobble it, swallow it,
drip down the side of it. Be the new Call Her Daddy.
We do have the photo shoot for the cover art for this tomorrow. We don't know what we're wearing. My foot's cramping. Really.
Yeah, no, my body is starting to reject sitting in this position.
Anyway, okay, so Tana, Brooke, Brianna Chicken Fry, Sarah
Come
Baska,
talk to us.
Grace O'Malley,
Emma Chamberlain, Chris Olsen, Megan Trainor.
Oh, yeah.
Megan Trainor liked my video again today.
Long story short, we're not going to like just sell out on people. We're going to do people we're actually fans of, people we like, and those will be the guests. We're not just going to like throw random guests in because you guys won't care about them. And to be honest, like in the most respectful way, we won't care about them because we're not fans of them.
If I don't like somebody, I can't sit and just talk to you like that.
No.
Not that I don't not like you, but when you watch someone online, you have this like relationship with them, even if they don't know that you exist. So I at least know about them and like would be interested to talk to them. I just don't socialize.
I just burped so loud.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I could burp louder for you if I want.
I don't. It's fine.
I might push so hard that I vomit, but I'll try.
You've excreted a lot of things since I've been here, and it's been less than 24 hours.
If I push too hard right now, things would come out of my vahoon. My vajuju. But yeah, we see this podcast being something fun and a way for us to just connect with you guys and talk about shit that doesn't really matter, but also inspire you and be influential.
I want to claim that I'm not trying to be an influencer because I can't even, I'm not an influencer, but I would like to inspire.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to be inspired by you. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It'll happen with this.
Maybe.
We're also really mean to each other, and that's just how we are. So don't like take offense or think that we hate each other.
We will be calling each other fat.
Yeah, that
we
happens.
will be very mean to each other. So.
And we don't cry about it.
I cry at night, but for different reasons. Anyway.
We love you guys.
We love you guys, and we will see you next week.
This was the first podcast. We did it.
Yeah.
High five. See ya.